Welcome, Stormworks gamers and aircraft enthusiasts. This is the Drift Pirate. I have put together a Hawker Tempest and be happy to show it to you. So check this out. Alright, so in case you don't know, Hawker Tempest is a 1944 aircraft. It was developed earlier, but that's when it finally entered the war. That is a Napier Sabre 24-cylinder engine. It's a twin flat engine with two crankshafts that are attached together in the center. I tried to recreate it the best I could, and I also created the ridiculous cowling that this engine needs to keep it cool. I was kind of sad that I couldn't use the default radiators. We had to go with the electric ones. I was trying to keep it, as close to the original as possible, but these ones provide the most optimal cooling for this situation. So, well, the fuel is stored in the wing tanks, and each wing tank will hold 1,269 liters. You got landing gear lights, we got nav lights. The landing gear is fully retractable. We have flaps, but do not use them for takeoff. You can do it, but it's not recommended. It's really only for landing. We also enhance the rear rudder to make it more like the actual Tempest, and then it makes it much easier to perform a hammerhead maneuver. Alright, so let's get to starting it. Now, I did fly this with a controller earlier, but it's way too sensitive. Now I'm going to have to figure out how to set the controller outside of the game for it to work. This is the first time I ever tried that before, but it does work. It's definitely doable. It's just very sensitive. Alright, now make sure you're at 25%, and then that'll get the engine to idle. Once we're up to about 8 RPS, it'll be good to take the park and brake off. This is the main power switch. You have fuel left and right tanks, temperature, RPS, altimeter, speed. Alright, let's get going. Now the rudder actually controls the brakes. When you're on the ground, you're able to steer the aircraft with the brakes. So we ended up capping the throttle on this thing to 69%, and I know it's a funny number, but it's actually, I found it was the best. Anything more than that is just way too much, and the plane just started doing head over rolls like just crazy. It was not good. Alright, takeoff is a little bit tricky with this thing, because that engine is heavy, and it's got a lot of power. So you could very easily just nose right into the ground on takeoff. So here we go. So the best thing to do, I set the throttle about 60%. And you see, it's already starting. There we go. Yeah, just get ready for it to do that when it dips up like that. Let's just take this down to... It'll fly down to, I believe, 40% before it starts to lose altitude. So you see the landing gear is retracted. And I also find somewhere between 0.05 and 0.03 trims this out. We could put electronics on here, but this is a World War II plane. But maneuverability is pretty good. the rudder is very good. So let's just try a hammerhead, and I'm gonna give it some power here. So. Say no problem with the hammerhead. Alright, I'm going to go bring this in for landing so I can demonstrate how to do a landing with it. So you know, our speed, we can go up to just under 100 meters a second. And cruising, you could do 60% to 70%, and it's temp stable. Even at 75%, it's temp stable. So it'll even out around 75C. So, all right, let's see if we can bring this in. Whoop, easy, easy. Wow, I'm really stinking today. There we go. And yeah, make sure you have your landing gear down before trying to land one of these. Oh my god. Alright. Time to abandon plane. Oh no. Oh, looks like we're dying today. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and attempt a landing here. So far I've been pretty good at landing this thing, but did make a couple mistakes recently, and I don't know, I feel like I'm losing my touch a little bit, but anyway, the idea is put your flaps down, put your landing gear down, throttle it down about 38%, then you're gonna want to drop down to about 30 when you get real close. That way, when you lose all your airspeed, at least, whoa, easy. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. That's so much better. Alright. Well, and that is how you fly the Tempest. So I hope you guys enjoy. This was my first creation. If you guys have any feedback, I would appreciate it. And, yeah, enjoy one of the most crazy planes that came out of World War II. Alright, well, everybody take it easy.